Hi everyone. This is the quick overview of module number 5. So we're going to look at discussion board number 5, of course, and we're going to take a look at your textbook. We're going to do chapters 9 and 11, and we're also going to complete the critique that you have due. So this is where actually module number 5 is very pivotal. This is where you start to put together all of the concepts that you've learned so far, and you get to apply them as you're doing your critique. So you are going to showcase what you've learned so far through the course in your critique. So make sure that you follow your rubric very carefully, and there's some information in the module very specifically based on that assignment that we'll go through here in a minute. So there are quite a few different types of resources available for you in this module. Again, we're building those blocks, we're putting everything together, and the resources will actually be very instrumental to you as you move forward with your assignments as well. So just remember that we're starting to put things together, and you're going to start applying some of those concepts that we've already addressed. So as we're taking a dive into chapter number 9, we're going to talk quite a bit about causation. And I've included some resources for you to kind of clarify that the terminology as far as causality, because in actuality it's very, very difficult to truly determine a cause of a factor, because the human life, human existence is very messy. And all those different types of determinants of health will be covered in chapter 11 as well when we're looking at chronic disease. But when you're looking at chapter number 9, I want you to take special attention to those predisposing factors such as age, those types of things that we all have that predispose us to certain experiences as far as our health. Look at those reinforcing factors. They may be positive or negative, so kind of keep that in mind. Enabling factors that we look at, and also make sure that you take a look at those precipitating factors, because those components will actually be addressed when you're doing your final synthesis paper. So kind of key into those concepts as you're looking at chapter 9. In addition, take a strong look at bias and confounding. Again, having that critical eye when you're looking at the research is so critical, not only for right now in this course, but you will need to apply those same skills as you're examining the research that you will be including in your DNP work, in your DNP project and assignments. So this is just not for the here and now. This is for the future as well as you're moving on in your educational journey. So just kind of keep those things in mind as well. We'll also be devising a web of causation when we do the final synthesis paper, so pay attention to that component in your book, because we really need to take a deep dive into what truly contributes to the experience of either health and wellness or disease or illness. So this is very important to have that full understanding of the multiple factors that impact one's health. So as you're looking at chapter 11, we're going to look at chronic disease in general, and also look, just as we were talking about in the web of causation, all those very complex factors that contribute to either health and wellness or the experience of disease or illness or disability. So what we're looking at is all those social and environmental factors, physical factors, chemical factors, on and on and on, that can cause illness. And there's also some good information included as far as viruses that may contribute to cancers as well. So really take a deep dive into these chapters. Again, they will be instrumental as you move forward with some of your assignments. So as we're scrolling through our module, there's some TED Talks here that will be helpful to you. addressing causality and health claims is the topic of our discussion board. So this TED Talk will be helpful to you as well. We've already touched just a wee bit on the county health rankings and roadmaps, and that is a valuable resource, and I know that we've discussed that in our discussion board number 4, but we'll be taking a deeper dive into those resources, and you will actually be using that information as you're doing your final synthesis paper, and you may refer to this as you're doing your share it presentation as well, because it's such a valuable tool to share with others. There's just kind of an overview of the county health rankings. This is a real quick down and dirty overview, just to kind of familiarize you with that particular resource. And I've also included some really good resources for accessing evidence-based practice for health issues at the community or population level. Also some individual level interventions as well. So there's some links here that, again, these will be instrumental to you as you're moving forward with your assignments, so you can take a look at those as well. And this is a classic model as far as the different determinants of health. So it's just kind of a very clear and concise picture of all those factors that impact health. So that's the Dahlgren and Whitehead model, and you may find this or have been familiar with it, and there's a number of different models out there, but this is kind of the classic, so I wanted to share that with you. I've also included some very helpful information for you as you're doing your critique, and there's some information here that will be very helpful as you're addressing the different types of bias. So just kind of take a look at that information. These are here to help you, and everything in this module is for your success, not only in this course but also as you move forward. So we're building your toolbox right now. So here's the overview of your critique, and I've gone through the rubric, so you can kind of take a look at that video as well, and of course the link to the discussion board. So let's go ahead and take a look at the discussion board, and then I'll let you be. Okay, here we are in our discussion board, and this discussion board is a little different. Everyone does the same question, but you have the freedom to choose your topic and what you really want to look at. So again, just taking a wee step back, that's all what the basis of this course is founded on, is actually allowing you to have that flexibility to really choose what would be of greatest benefit to you. So if there's something that you've wondered about as far as a recent health claim, or maybe something that you're practicing yourself and maybe didn't take a deep dive into the research about it, this is a perfect opportunity for you. An example that I used was Pickles Promote Mental Health, and there's a link there to kind of take a look at what that claim was based upon. And sometimes the claims are based upon very shaky research, and they may have some factors that they're just kind of being a little creative with the interpretation of the results as well. So I'm going to let you do your own exploring as far as the health claims, and this tends to be a very vivid conversation for students. In addition, take a look at one of the resources that are listed here, and just kind of take a look at what's really important or what you learned in your exploration of those sites, and share that with your classmates, what you feel is important for them to know about what you found. So this is a really student-driven discussion board, and that's what it's all about. We're learning together. So I just included a little cartoon because basically sometimes it is the random medical news of the day, and it seems like it's a luck of the draw as well. So I just wanted to share that with you. Let me know if you have any questions, if I can assist you in any way. Take care now and stay cool.